Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my AFC Divisional Round playoff preview / prediction video. This game, we're going to be previewing and predicting the San Diego Chargers going in to Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, to take on the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning. And I do want to say, you guys got to give me some props because nobody thought the Chargers were gonna make it through that game against the Bengals. Because I mean, in my full playoff prediction video, if you watch that, I gave the Chargers some praise, and everybody's calling me stupid, and they made it through. They played pretty well against the Bengals, and they got it done. So, give me some props there. So, let's get into this game. When you look at this game, the first thing that strikes you when you come across it is the fact that these two teams have played each other twice. Okay, the first game was in San Diego, warm weather. And the Chargers, the Broncos win this game. It was 28-20, so not necessarily a blowout. Second time around, just 3 weeks ago, getting into December, kind of cold weather, and in Denver, the Chargers win 27-20. So the people calling for a blowout, it's not going to happen. These teams are evenly matched. They've played twice, and it's going to be a close game one way or the other, and it's just the matter of finding who is gonna win the game, because I promise you this game is gonna be close. Look at the two quarterbacks. Two really good quarterbacks, I believe, Peyton Manning and Phillip Rivers. Which team is the hottest right now? I think you definitely have to go with the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers have won 5 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure 5 in a row. Yeah, 5 in a row. 6 out of the last 7 to make it to this point. They made the playoffs by the skin of their teeth, and I've seen some people comparing this team to last year's Baltimore Ravens team, and I can see it, even though I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but I can see the comparison, because I mean, it's a team that got hot at the end of the season, that made the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. They had to go to the wild card round, won it, and they're just the hottest team right now, and it's going to be hard to stop them. So momentum-wise, I think you got to go with the Chargers. Both teams have good passing offenses. I think the Chargers definitely have a better run offense. I mean, with Ryan Matthews, Danny Woodhead, they can run the football better than the Broncos can. But on the flip side, I think the Broncos have better defense overall. Even though the defense of the Broncos kind of late in the season was kind of exposed, and I was really impressed with how the Chargers defense played last week against Andy Dalton. So that's something. But another thing is the theorists who talk about Peyton Manning not playing well in the cold. I can see that. I can understand it. And if that's going to be the case, I mean, that will be a problem this week, because it's in Denver, Colorado in early January. It's going to be cold. It's going to be very cold. So that's something to take into consideration as well. I'm not sure if I strictly believe it, but, you know, it's still kind of there. It's kind of there, and you got to consider it. Last year, I had the Broncos going all the way. And I'm not sure if I could trust them. I mean, they lost to the Ravens. Like I said, the same situation kind of as the Chargers. They didn't have one of the best linebackers in history retiring at the end of the playoffs, but still, kind of a similar situation there. And nobody thought the Ravens were going to beat the Broncos last season, and they did. And the Broncos, people want to act like the Broncos are unbeatable, and they're not. I mean, they look kind of unbeatable early on. Peyton Manning was on record for like 60, 70 touchdowns throughout the first 4 weeks of the season. They looked unbeatable, but their defense throughout the season was getting exposed. The Colts beat them, put up 40 points against them. I mean, you had Dallas put up 48 points against them. New England beat them with all the injuries and the bad receivers that they had. So all it takes is a good performance from the quarterback, I believe, to beat the Broncos. And you look on the flip side, the Chargers. We all know the Chargers didn't have the greatest season, but all in the playoffs, every sport, all that matters is when you get to the games that matters, aka the playoffs. It depends which team is the hottest at that point, has the momentum, and comes out there and is ready to play. And if you go with that, you're gonna have to go with the Chargers, because I mean, they have all the momentum. They have a good quarterback. So obviously, the formula to beat the Broncos is to expose that secondary, and I mean, they have a really good quarterback, good receivers. I mean, you have one of the best tight ends in NFL history, in Antonio Gates, and you got Keenan Allen, and the list goes on. And 2 really good running backs in Ryan Matthews and Danny Woodhead. So I think I mean, obviously, you gotta say the Broncos have a better offense than the Chargers, but I think all three phases of the offensive game, I think the Chargers overall have more pieces to an offense than the Broncos do, because I think they have a way better running game than the Broncos do. In fact, the Chargers have the 13th. Chargers have 125 yards per game on the ground. Broncos have 115. So not as much as I thought, but still. I mean, Broncos do have a couple good running backs. I mean, they have No. Marino, obviously, Monty Ball, but I still would trust Ryan Matthews. Ryan Matthews and Danny Woodhead played great last week. Without them, I'm not sure if they win, because Phillip Rivers, they really relied on Phillip Rivers. Not too much. They really relied on the running game, and obviously the running game of the Chargers played better than the Bengals. So that's another thing. I think this game could come down to what team runs the football better, because I mean, I'm not sure if both teams will trust their quarterbacks in this type of weather, because it's going to be freezing, and I think in that situation, I think I'm going to trust the Chargers. I think it's too many things are going against the Broncos right now. I mean, consider last season's playoffs. Everybody went for the Broncos. Everybody thought the Broncos were the hot pick. They got taken out in the first game in the divisional round against the Ravens. So it's not like they're unbeatable. And they should have proved it throughout the season. And you just got the momentum going in the Chargers' way. I think they have the better run game. They have a solid quarterback. I mean, obviously, Peyton Manning and that pass offense is better than the Chargers. But I just think too many things are pointing towards the Chargers right now. So I'm going to have to give it to the Chargers. I really am. I really fully believe the Chargers are going to win. I know I'm going to have a lot of hate in this video. A lot of people call me an idiot picking the Chargers over the Broncos. But same thing happened last season. I picked the Ravens over the Broncos, and everybody called me stupid, and I got it right. For some reason, I like college football better than I do the NFL, but it always seems like I follow college football religiously. NFL, I like it, and I follow it, but not as much as college. But it always seems like my picks, I get so many more picks right in NFL than I do college. College, the bowl season, this season was horrible for me. I only got half right. NFL playoffs, I went back and watched my video last season, and I only got 3 wrong the whole entire playoffs, and that's only because I got some matchups wrong. But I only got 3 total wrong, and I thought that was pretty good. Got the Ravens right as my Super Bowl pick, and I was pretty proud of that. So I'm looking good right now in the playoffs. I got 3 of the first 4 games right. Nobody expected the Colts to come back the way they did, so it's not like I'm an idiot doing these predictions. I have reason behind them, and I try my best, and I'm completely unbiased. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Let me know. Wait, I need to keep the score here. I wrote it down. Let's go. I'm going with the Chargers 31, Broncos 27 in this one. So, yeah, guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed, and please leave a like if you did. Make sure to hit that like button. Let me know who you think wins in the comment section below. And like I said, I know Broncos fans are going to be aggravated at me, but if that's the case, let me know why you think the Broncos win in the comment section below. I'm interested to know, and I welcome any opinions out there. If you think I'm wrong, tell me. Just don't call me an idiot, because that's uncalled for. But be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more NFL playoff previews and recaps. Coming at you with recaps of every single playoff game and previews of every single playoff game. Usually I come at you with previews earlier than this, but I kind of got tangled up with things the last couple of days. So that's that. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SRTR. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you enjoy the national championship tonight. Peace.